Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with Joe Rickland and
the Durbinator.
A rapid fire episode 76. I love how during the gaming stream, the end of year gaming stream, it said the rants will go by the wayside. And I've already done 2 rapid fires this year. We're only 5 days into the year.
Well, to be fair, shit's been going down.
There has been some shit going down. Check out the most recent one. It was about Ellsworth defenders and also Naya's comments about women of color need to be represented. That was dumb, but we'll go into it. We'll go into that stuff in another rant. This has to do with 2 topics, and one is about, obviously, the passing of Mean Gene Okerlund has rocked the wrestling world. He was in bad health for a while. You could tell in interviews, but he still had a lot of energy to him.
Yeah, I mean, he had a nice long life, though.
He did. I mean, he had a career, full tribute I did.
And one of the few people in wrestling who managed to retire with some dignity.
Yeah, I mean, and even some of the appearances he made a most recent appearance at Raw 25.
He's always treated with respect.
Yeah, and he made, from the
At
AWA,
least until, Monday.
This whole thing. Because, by the way, we will have more of a rant on Monday when this actually happens, but WWE has announced that Hulk Hogan is going to be appearing on Raw to pay tribute to Mean Gene. They've also announced that Ric Flair is going to be there.
No, I get it. Casual fans will probably have no idea what happened to the Hulkster. They don't pay attention to the news in the past 6 years. And, they're not involved in Twitter, they're not involved in the wrestling communities a lot. They do go to the shows because, that's what they grew up on, but they don't really care about going on Twitter for it. And they probably won't give 2 shits about it. But it's the principle of the matter. And I know the Hulkster's got a lot of history with Mean Gene.
He does. From in the AWA, Hogan got some of his best early interviews after leaving WWF. And Mean Gene, by the way, Hogan may have popularized the term Mean Gene. Jesse Ventura gave him that name.
Yeah. And Mean Gene Okerlund, there's never been an interviewer like him afterwards. They haven't even attempted to try and replicate him. Which is a surprising thing. They haven't even attempted it.
Well, I mean, honestly, if they tried to do that, it would not go well. So
you're disgusting, Phillips.
Let me say this much. If fans are happy, if there are people watching this that are happy that Hogan's coming back, cool, whatever. Ain't got nothing against you guys. Here's what I'm going to tell you, it's a bad idea. And here's where it's going to get a little angry. One, Hogan, I don't care if it was said a number of years ago. The only reason that Hogan felt the need to apologize is because he knew he said it. And he told
apologized?
them... Yeah, apologized. WWE was aware of the tape, but not aware of the severity of the tape. So he says he's racial slurs, they get rid of him, ban him from the Hall of Fame or take him out of the Hall of Fame.
Which is the right move.
Which they won't take Trump out of the Hall of Fame.
Which is the wrong move.
You're right, which is the wrong move. But, one orange racist to another. But I believe that people can change when it comes to racism, when it comes to being, feeling bad for what they said and realizing that they have to change. I myself had to do that. I'm obviously not a famous person, but in my teenage years, if I was a teenager, if it was my teenage years, I wouldn't have been friends with him. That would have also been weird, because there's a 10-year difference, so it would have been very awkward. But the whole point is...
Where the fuck are you and why are you at my school?
But the whole point is, I wouldn't have been friends with anybody other than white people, and it took a life-changing event. I talked about that in the past, but this is what bothers me most of all. Oh, well, he said it, but he apologized. No, he fucking didn't.
He said, don't say that shit on camera.
Yeah. Titus, New Day, and I'm sure others have spoken out against him coming back. But they understand it. It's a business.
Yeah.
Even if they don't like it, nor should they. Now, if there are people that want to defend him, cool. You defend him all you want.
If you're still fans of him after that, if you've forgiven him for that, forgiveness is a very hard thing to do. And if you're able to forgive him for that, good on ya. But there are things that just shouldn't happen, and that's bringing him back.
It shouldn't.
You don't need him.
You don't. This is not like Hogan coming back in 2002. This is not like the rumors of Hogan coming back to WWE possibly in 1998 to go to WWE. This is not 2002. This is not 2005. This isn't even 2006 when they did Hogan Knows Best and Randy Orton RKO'd Hogan on the trunk of a car because of the Brooke Hogan situation. And then Hogan beat a guy half his age. Shocking that Hogan buried somebody. That's another reason why I'm wearing this shirt. But Hogan's doing all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
not apologizing. Oh, and then he appears at Crown Jewel.
No, to be fair, the Saudi Arabians probably didn't even know about his history, and Hulkster probably got a big paycheck, so nobody cared about the other.
True, but there was an outcry already about that show, and then about that was just the icing on that terrible, terrible bone saw hacked to death journalist cake. Because they care much more about, Saudi money than they care about journalists being killed. But they signed a deal.
Yeah.
But Hogan being signed, this is what fucking drives me crazy though. New era in WWE. We're gonna move past all these old guys and everything. We had the DX Brothers of Destruction match, which you did not see.
No.
That's a good thing because it was rubbish. Hogan coming back is a slap in the face to people. It's a slap in the face to the black athletes, any of the minorities, or different races of people that still haven't forgiven him, that work for the company that he never truly apologized to. And according to others like Titus, New Day, and others, he only apologized pretty much for getting caught.
Yeah.
And Booker T offered him, after that whole thing blew up, when it first blew up about the tape, offered to have him come on his podcast. Hogan didn't do it.
What?
Right?
Guess he wasn't the right gig guy for the job.
That's something that's going to haunt Hogan too. But Hogan 2, The Revenge. But
please don't.
No, please, we don't need that. God forbid if Nick ever gets in the ring. But because he can't drive, so who knows. But this is what just drives me absolutely fucking insane. And I'm trying to be as controlled as I can be with this.
Right.
But it's difficult. Because all this is WWE saying, hey, we're going to capitalize on another wrestler's death. Now, honoring Mean Gene is not a bad thing. He meant a lot to the company.
You could just bring in Ric Flair and call it good.
You could have brought Savage in, but unfortunately Savage passed away. Not that that's their fault.
Right.
Though he should have gotten the Hall of Fame before he died, but... With Hogan, he brings too much baggage. Too much goddamn baggage.
If you want people to tune out, bring in a racist.
And that's the thing. Bringing him in it's fucking revolting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I expect WWE to do a good tribute to Mean Gene? Yeah, I do. They damn well better. Like, at least 30 minutes of this show better be dedicated to various Mean Gene packages.
Yeah.
Have one long segment where it's Hogan, and get that stupid racist grandpa out of the way and have Flair in there. And I'm not saying that Flair is a goddamn saint, but Flair, mean, woo, by God, Gene.
Yeah.
Can't really do a very good Ric Flair impression, but...
Mean, woo! God damn, Gene!
There we go. I like that. You sounded almost like Ric Flair turned into Chris Tucker there.
Unbelievable!
Which was nice. But this is what I fucking hate.
Yeah.
Tell me that this is a good idea. Please tell me how this is a good idea other than, they say from a PR standpoint. This is a bad PR move.
Yeah, bad PR moves is inviting racists.
Yeah. So, new era, you're going to do that. We're going to have more McMahons on camera. We don't want more McMahons on camera. Okay, we might make Hogan possibly the GM. Bring the McMahons back, please.
Yeah, I don't mind Shane. I don't mind Triple H.
Stephanie, I can take in small doses when she gets her comeuppance. Vince, he's everybody's drunk uncle or drunk grandpa. Drunkle, there we go. But Hogan, like you said earlier, he isn't needed. He's completely washed. God forbid if they put him in the ring.
Are you sure? Have you seen how tan he is?
No, he's completely washed in the ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's completely washed in the ring. If you saw any of his stuff pretty much post the Rock match at Mania 18, it's about 17 years ago.
How much you want to bet he just got hair lined up around the bandana?
That's all he's got. He's just got it clipped on at that point. That's what people know it's a crown jewel. That's what it is. He wants to... He's nearly 70 years old. Yes, you shouldn't forget about the legends, but this is a pattern of things that bothers me with WWE.
Leave the past in the past.
Like, okay, when they brought Goldberg back, whatever, it was what it was.
Yeah, he didn't overstay his welcome.
Yeah, good point. They may.
And he knows it.
True. But with a pattern of deaths and stuff like that they did. Jimmy Snuka murdered his girlfriend, got away with it. Vince may have or may have not covered it up. Helped cover it up, because Jimmy Snuka was a top draw. But he never faces justice for it. They have him on TV multiple times, and then, after he dies, knowing all this stuff, they do a tribute package to him. They don't do much of a tribute package to Vader, that much if I recall. China, they barely mentioned.
What?
Oh, but people might Google images of her.
Right.
People might Google her, but they won't Google Jimmy Snuka, who's a goddamn murderer. Let's hopefully burn in hell for what he did. But they do that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Then they do the thing with Neidhart, where, yes, Natty and Ruby signed off on, I'm sure, Natty especially signed off on, but that was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But now they're doing this. Mean Gene just passed away. Yes, do a tribute to him. But bringing Hogan in, all you're doing is inviting a ton of bullshit.
There are plenty of wrestlers. Plenty of big names you could bring in. Ric Flair, obviously, is the biggest. And the least controversial, surprisingly.
Right? But Nash and Hall could talk about him. Because he helped form the NW, or he helped...
At least Nash could.
Yeah. I mean, he would tear a quad doing it.
I couldn't understand Hall if I tried.
Yeah, it is a little difficult to understand Hall now. But they could have Bret Hart talk about it. They could bring a whole host of legends and stuff like that. The problem is now you're making it less about Mean Gene and more about, hey, we want you to forgive Hogan, even though he's a terrible person.
Yeah. And even if that's not the intent, that's the perception, and perception is king.
It is, and it's unfortunately a very, very bad move.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that is going to get some buzz, but it's getting a lot of negative buzz. I have not seen a ton of positivity on Twitter about it.
Yeah. The Bischoff statement of controversy creates cash isn't always true.
True, and I mean, Bischoff...
He's not entirely wrong,
right?
But in this case, you are.
Yeah, and Bischoff actually did a nice little, it was just a 25-second little video where he's in the mountains of Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And because he knew Gene. I mean, he wasn't working with him in the AWA, but he was in WCW for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he got to know Gene. And it was a nice little, thing where he offered his condolences. And obviously condolences go to Mean Gene's family. I want WWE to do right by this. But bringing Hogan in, whether right or wrong, whether what he meant or anything to Mean Gene's career into WWE is fucking stupid.
Yeah. You could run the video packages of some of the Hulksters' old stuff. We won't mind that.
Right.
But to bring him back into the fold is a mistake.
And shout out to Avalanche Tweets, because she pointed this out. And I mean, you noticed it. They didn't mention for one time only.
Yeah.
They may try to bring Hogan on TV more.
If this does occur and that he stays on WWE TV, you could probably expect a dramatic ratings drop.
You could expect a dramatic outcry. Now look, people could say, oh, well, it was said a number of years ago, said this and this kind of stuff. People need to stop digging in the past. Now, granted, if he was a teenager saying this, it would have been weird for tape to exist of it.
People should be allowed to change. People should be allowed to grow. He has demonstrated neither.
Yeah. He's demonstrated that he's all about the money, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he hates the brothers, brother.
Yeah.
Bottom line is WWE is going to screw up with this. I really hope that it's a good tribute to Mean Gene. But this support, this feeling that Hogan deserves to come back, no, he doesn't.
Yeah. He
doesn't. But let's finish up with one other topic. Let's do one other topic. Maybe we'll do something light at the end.
All right.
The Tony Storm leaked pics. Fuck whoever did that. Fuck whoever's tagging her in that.
Whoever did that deserves one fresh hell of a beating. And I don't mean, like, a 5-minute beating. I mean, beat within an inch of their life. But but if possible, I just like them to get arrested. There are a lot of things going online right now that anytime pictures are leaked, you hear a lot of victim blaming. Well, they shouldn't have taken the pictures. Yeah, but the difference between sending nudes and your pictures getting leaked is consent. If you don't understand consent, I recommend you never go on the dating scene. Until you do learn the difference, because there is a difference between rape and sex. There's a difference between leaked pictures and sending nudes. There's a difference between drinking alcohol unknowingly and drinking alcohol willingly. There's a lot of things wrong with blaming victims for something that they had absolutely no control over after the fact. And if you believe that for some reason that this is Tony's fault that her pictures got leaked, you're a cunt.
I couldn't have said it better. And here's the thing, now I don't know how honest is it, because she's what, 22? 22, 23.
Yeah.
Something like that.
She's got a long career ahead of her.
Oh, no, she does. And hopefully this is on page. So many people have jumped out. Now, look, I made jokes a lot in regards to the Paige thing, but one thing I never joked about was how she felt about it. She wanted to commit suicide over that, and that's terrible. I never said that it was her fault or any of this kind of stuff. And like you said, it is not victim blaming. Like you said, sending nudes, leak pics. Tony, there are rumors, I don't know how true this is, there are rumors that some of those images could have, now I emphasize could have, been from when she was under 18. If that's the case...
Congratulations, you're pedophiles.
Right.
But also, I understand that some people may not comprehend that this is not her fault. Only to the fact that when I was younger, when what was affectionately known as the fappening, when all those celebrities' new pictures got leaked,
right,
I was of the same thought of, well, I mean, they shouldn't have taken those to begin with, but the more you learn about the world, the more you learn about people and social issues, you look at it and you go, yes, they took the pictures, but the difference is consent.
Yes, they should not have been leaked. And this has happened to a lot of women. This has happened to Charlotte, this has happened to... It's happened to Tony, it's happened to Paige, it's happened to tons. I mean, I don't know who else. Forgive me if I don't remember who all has been. It's been a lot of them.
Yeah.
Tony has deleted her Twitter and her Instagram account, which is a damn shame. We met, actually, I met Tony. So did you meet Tony at that Defy show?
Not really.
Okay. I met her. We saw her at Defy Northwest show last August.
Yeah.
Last August. Super nice woman. Has a long career ahead of her, as you said. And seemed very, very down to earth. She was willing to talk to me for a bit. I talked about how, I look forward to seeing more of her work, and I was very impressed. And then I got a selfie with her. I got an autograph picture. I think I gave her 20 instead of 10. Just said, I know it's not much, but there you go. And
you did
that. Well, yeah, but it was, it's like whatever. $10 is $10 to me. I mean, that could mean a little bit of food for them. I mean, not that they're starving artists, but still,
I'm happy for Tony's success. I'm just pissed that this is a game people still play.
And I was of the same mindset with you back when a lot of that stuff happened. Like the leak pics and stuff like that. And even like early in the early days of the internet. Well, why did they take the pics? They should have known this was going to happen. You never think that kind of stuff's going to happen. Some of these women may be taking these pics because they want to feel better about themselves. Same with guys that take these pics. Any wrestlers, any people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it is. It's fucking ridiculous, though, to victim blame on that stuff.
Yeah.
Tony hopefully will come back to social media, but regardless, she has a great support system. And I think it was Defiant Wrestling actually found out about a person who shamed her about it and revoked their tickets.
Oh yeah, they canceled both of their tickets, and now they get to explain to their friend why their tickets don't work.
Which is tremendous.
Which is funny because the Twitter user in question had canceled their account, deactivated it. Which also means that they won't have known, so they're going to have a nice, fun surprise.
That's the thing is, look, I make plenty of offensive jokes. I make plenty of shit that I say, but guys, there's a line that you don't cross.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
And you said it better than I could. This is a focused but angry rant about it. I'm seething about the Hogan thing. I'm seething about this. Because Tony didn't deserve it. I mean, nobody deserves this. They don't.
Yeah.
Bottom fucking line. Let's finish up with one little positive thing. Let's finish up with a little rumor. So, at Wrestle Kingdom, Hiroshi Tanahashi beat Kenny Omega to dethrone Omega as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
Cody lost the U.S. title, as you would expect. Juice never lost it. The Young Bucks took the pin in their match for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. So all the members of the Elite, you got All Elite Wrestling just got announced. That people say they took a little starch out of Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't agree. They were barely mentioned on New Year's Dash, which is like the Raw after WrestleMania for New Japan. So people are saying, oh, well, WWE may have offered Kenny Omega $3.5 to like $4 or $5 million. Okay, let's say they did. Omega, they may be looking for a big star that's young enough that they could build around for a while, despite the fact they have Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
If Omega wants to go, Finn's almost 40 though. Now, I mean, he is in really good shape, but Reigns may not come back for a year, 18 months, may not come back at all. Yes, they have a void to fill, but they have plenty of talent as it is. Is Omega entertaining? Yes. Do I think he's the best wrestler in the world? No, I do not. I found his IWGP Heavyweight title reign underwhelming. I will say this, though. If he goes to WWE, he goes straight to the main roster. He does not go to NXT.
And he has creative control.
Yes, at least a majority share of it.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to have that.
Yeah. If you try and restrain someone like that, the fans will turn against it quickly. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. He's going to All Elite Wrestling because there is the potential for more success. Not just money, but success.
Quality of life.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens, but I'm still a little apprehensive as to what will actually happen. Apprehensive elite wrestling, as it would.
There we. You know what? I actually like that. I actually like that better because until they have a TV deal and stuff, and the Double or Nothing thing, we don't know. The bottom line is if Omega goes
Double
to
or
WWE,
Nothing, they're going to try and seat 20,000 people.
they will do it. They will do it.
Or cancel all the tickets.
Double or Nothing!
They will do. No, they will do that. Let's just say this much: if Omega goes to WWE, am I going to poo-poo it and say that he shouldn't do it? No, I'm not going to say that. It's his life. He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Cody already turned him down. Hangman turned him down. The Bucks turned him down. They signed Britt Baker, Adam Cole's lady, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy Rhodes. They're signing up other people. Omega could sign with New Japan again.
Brandy Rhodes, their chief brand officer, and I had replied to Cultaholic saying, you know, they really missed an opportunity to call her the chief brandy officer.
They really did. You know what? Not only for the name, but for the alcohol, possibly. They may have it may be an alcohol field promotion. Alcohol elite.
Let's hope not.
No, hopefully not. No, because then Jake Roberts will be. Sorry.
Anyway.
But is Omega going to go to WWE? Who the fuck knows? I will say this though. If he shows up at the Rumble, the internet's going to melt.
Yeah.
He won't show up though.
Right.
But that's what we have to say. So yeah, maybe we were a little restrained on this, but yeah. By the way, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. I don't want you coming back. Fuck the person that took leaked those Tony pics.
No, nobody fuck him.
True. Okay, nobody fuck him. Fuck the hell out of that guy though, because he's a fucking idiot, or whoever it was. But anyway, agree, disagree with what we said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle, thumbnail, possibly,
Yeah.
or just something in the description. But it's Memory Lawsuit with John Rittland and
The Derbinator.
you will be at a Seahawks. You will be watching the Seahawks soon.
Yes.
And
Not at the stadium, but at a friend's house.
that would be a difficult drive.
I got friends!
I know you do. But anyway, we will see you for Raw.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Goodbye!